So today I'm going to be doing a plant tour, basically my plant collection. It might be the video you didn't think you ever needed. So I'm first off going to start with the plants that's actually behind me in my background, so then I can put them back so my background looks nice. But I shit you not, I am surrounded. I feel like I'm in my own jungle that I have grew myself with tender love and care. Isn't she an absolute beauty? This plant here I'm pretty sure is within the Calathea family. Calathea, who knows? But it is also known as the velvet Calathea plant because it just feels like velvet. I love it because it's got kind of like a fluffy underleaf. But this plant has been thriving. I've had it for, I want to say, about 6 or 7 months at this point. Obviously it's coming into autumn, fall, winter, and that's whenever my plants tend to just think, you know what, I'm out of here, I'm dead, I'm a goner. And I'm left heartbroken, and honestly my house turns into a plant cemetery and it's not a good vibe. It's not a very happy place to be in. But this plant here has been live, laugh, loving, and I'm living for it. I'm loving it. I do have it over here. It gets partial sunlight, partial shade, whatever, and it's thriving. And you know what, I love it. I will be absolutely heartbroken if something happens to this plant this winter. As far as I'm aware, this is known as a zebra plant. I don't know what else you're called, or also known as, or what family you belong to, but you now belong to me. And this plant could be dead for all I know. I usually forget to water it if I'm being honest, but as you can see, it looks fabulous. Like the tips aren't brown and anything. Is that a cobweb? Oh, dust. Oh dear. Yeah, that just proved my point. That literally just proved my point. But yeah, like succulents, I want to say it's part of the succulent family, and they're very, very easy to look after. They're very easy to care for. I feel like if you are a first-time plant owner, go for something in the succulent family because they really do thrive off neglect, and that's great as a starter. And this wee planter, I actually got it for Christmas from my sister. I actually did depot this wee plant and just put it in there, so there's no drainage with this or anything. So whenever I do water it, I do give it just like a wee sprinkle here and there. So this is recently new. I actually treated myself to this plant for my birthday. You know your age whenever you treat yourself to a plant for your birthday. This is another plant from the Calathea family. Drama every day. Every day, same old shit. And I have quite a few Calathea plants that I'm obviously going to get to, and they just are the drama, and you know what, I'm here for it. I'm embracing it, but they don't like to be watered, they don't like not to be watered, they don't like to not have attention, they don't like not to be looked at. I even think I read somewhere that they don't like tap water, that it has to be bottled water. Like, bitch! But this is beautiful. I love this. And I love how big it is because most of my plants are quite small, but I just wanted to get one to have in the corner of my living room to kind of bring a wee bit of life to one corner at least. I am pretty sure that this is maybe within the Calathea family as well, but this is a tricolour Stramanthe. I think that's how it's pronounced, I'm not too sure. But this again is another little bitch. And this is my second one. This is my second plant of this, and honestly I feel like with this one I'm slowly killing it. And I accept that because you know what, I'll just buy another one. But this plant has been in plant jail for the past week and a half because it has spider mites. These plants are notorious for spider mites. That's actually what happened the last one. It just got completely attacked and I just left it to die so long. But she still is an absolute beauty. I have 2 orchids. This one I literally just got last week. This was actually an engagement present for me and Kyle. I have another wee absolute beauty. Look at her, isn't she a doll? So I've no idea what this is. Oh no, oh no, oh no, there's Melanie. She was really nice. No. Yeah, I got really confused there. I got mixed up with my 2 plants. So this one, some people would know it as a silver vine, but this plant is flourishing. It asks for nothing. It asks for nothing, it just sits in my bathroom, it gets the odd wee bit of shade, gets the odd wee splash of water every time I wash my hands, I go boom. It's just loving life and it's just absolutely flourishing. There's a few wee new growth spots on it there and there. Oh. What I love about it is like the beauty of it, how it actually grows down instead of up. So a plant like this is absolutely beautiful, like say on your mantle or on a sideboard, or like where I have it on my windowsill in my bathroom, and it just looks so nice whenever it actually grows down. I love it. Look at this beautiful angel. It's currently in my filming room. You maybe notice it or recognise it from my filming background, and I honestly just place it there and hope for the best. And it does seem to be thriving, although I have noticed there's a couple of like wee brown spots and stuff. I love this plant. I love the shape. I love the colour, like the veining through them. Out of all the plants that I do have, I feel like this is the most unique and like the most different plant, and I'm loving it. However, I don't know if it's loving its time here. I don't know if it's enjoying my company. So I have a couple of wee mini plants here, and you know what? Mini plants are great. Baby plants are great because you can just scatter them about. You can scatter them about like cushions. Just scatter, 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 scatter. You can just scatter these wee plants everywhere, and I absolutely love them. This one here, basically if you watched my bathroom video, I mentioned this plant, and I think that this part here, I want to say that scared to touch it in case it just turns to dust. Because I am convinced that it died about maybe 6 months ago, maybe even a year, who knows, because I did put this stick in, I do not know how many months ago, to kind of prop it up because it was falling over as if it genuinely was dying, and I just was forcing it to live by poking it up or propping it up with a stick, and I've literally just left it there. This is also a really nice plant to look after because it's pretty easy, to be honest. I'm not too sure again what it's called. It may be within the succulent type of family, I'm not too sure honestly, but I've had this plant for like quite a long time actually, and it was relatively and is relatively easy to actually look after, because like this area here, like it does look grand. It looks as if it's loving life and it's happy enough. And then I have a cacti, if you wish. Not really much to say about this, you just don't touch it basically. I have had a couple of people, mainly Kyle, touch it because he thought it was fake, and it's just like, no you prick, it will prick you. This one was actually a wee gift that I got from my aunt on my 30th birthday, and again, don't know what it's called. And it came in this wee pot. Usually I do depot them into like my own taste of pots, but I think that this is actually quite nice. And you know what, it's literally just cute. I literally just have it sitting on my coffee table here, literally in the middle of our chessboard. And if we want to play chess, we just lift it off, but I just think it's really cute. I'm not too sure how much it's going to grow. I've only had it for a couple of months. I've only watered it maybe a couple of times. This wee plant that I was just talking about, I have the big daddy version. I got a bigger one. How nice is this? And I love this planter. This is actually from Asda, like George Home, whatever, Asda. But this is really, really nice actually. I love it. It's very temperamental, I have to say. Like now and again it'll just decide to just fall off. Like leaves will just fall off and stuff. And also, again, just like that wee one as I was saying there, they do not need a lot of attention. They thrive off neglect. They don't need watered that often, and they're great. They're a great first time plant. This one I kind of like to call my Shrek ear plant. Just like Shrek ears. Love it. So funny. And I love this wee planter as well. Like it's actually faded from the sun because I do have this sitting up on a windowsill, but it was actually a candle vase. So I thought I would show you this plant. I wasn't going to, but I thought I would show you it anyway before its time is up. This plant's days are numbered, and then it's an absolute goner. And I blame Stanley for that. This plant has been assaulted and violated numerous times by Stanley. Look at her lovely work of art. You see the way this side, it's nice and long, and then we have really short bits on this side. I love this wee plant. It's just like a wee, it's just like 3 twigs and a tree. It kind of was starting to look a wee bit sorry for itself, and then I repotted it, and I was doing as much as I could with it to kind of like spruce it up a wee bit, bring it back to life, and it worked. It was great, it was thriving, until I got a kitten. Yes, I'm talking about you. I have quite a few snake plants. I'm guessing they obviously have their own individual name, but snake plant. And do you know what, actually? See, whenever I got this, it was actually braided like into the shape, or what it basically looked like a plait. It had been plaited and then it was like pinched at the top with a bit of ribbon, and then I just took it out because it just looked too done. It looked too neat, and it just, I don't know, I just kind of felt a bit sorry for it, and then I just like unraveled it and everything. And do you know what, it hasn't really grown since. This was around, I think maybe this time last year actually, and I don't actually think it's grown too much. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I sometimes feel like it's really hard to actually look at one of your plants or a few of your plants and actually see any improvement. And also these plants are really easy to look after and care for as well, by the way, because I have another one. I have to say I love this one. You notice that I have more love towards plants that have growth. Look at that wee bit of growth. And then we have a wee bit of growth in there. And then we have a wee bit of growth down here. I have no idea what that is. How cute. But I do feel like this is different, because if you actually look at, these aren't leaves, I wouldn't really say they're stems, but there's like a bit of a pattern going on them. But I love this, and I love this wee planter as well. This was actually from TK Maxx. It was actually on sale. I got it for £3, and I just think it's so cute. I love it. I just love like wee simple wee plants like this. Obviously I love like the big bold ones and the ones that look really different, but just having these are just really, really nice. I think that this is like the most common, I would say, the most common, maybe most popular snake plant that you would actually see and get. I'm obviously going to try and keep my voice down, but I hate this plant. I absolutely hate it. It does my nut. I genuinely do not think it has grown in the past year. Bits have just fallen off it. I don't know, like, are they supposed to grow? What am I supposed to do with this plant? What am I going to do with you? I think I secretly just gave up a very long time ago of that snake plant, but this snake plant, I absolutely love this, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's grown so well. I got this plant from Lidl's. Lidl. And again, about a year ago, or coming up to a year, this whole plant or leaf here grew under my care. It grew under my care. And honestly, like I obviously have a couple of plants that have really, really grown since I've had them, or they've just done exceedingly well under my care and in my company. But this one has been the best, and I think it was actually the first plant I had that I actually noticed growth happening, and I genuinely got really, really excited for it and so happy, like, oh my goodness, I'm doing something. Because it was whenever I first started buying plants that I was doing more killing than keeping them alive, to be honest. But this pulled me through. I don't really know how well I'm showing this off, but this is a Cantia pantry plant. I don't know, it's a palm anyway, and I am a known killer of these. I have two at the minute, and they are slowly withering away in front of me, but I love them. I initially thought that these plants needed to be in full shades. Apparently they need full sunlight. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm getting my information from. I don't know what's right and I don't know what's wrong. So I think maybe that's why I have been a cold-blooded killer with these plants. Do you know what? It's doing okay. The leaves are looking a wee bit sorry for themselves, and they are very dusty actually. And I have one up the stairs, and it's, oh god, Stanley has attacked it quite a few times. It's been assaulted by her a few times, victimized, whatever. It's awful. So yeah, they're probably going to be, yeah, I honestly feel like their days are numbered too, but we hope for the best in this house. Look how cute it is. It's just like a wee palm tree. Again, this plant has been victimized by Stanley. What do you see? Look. I feel like this plant here doesn't know how to feel, and frankly, I'm the same. Look at this precious angel. Oh, don't look at that side. Oh, I freaking love this plant. I love this. I actually got this from Ikea, believe it or not. Ikea's actually not too bad for plants, you know, but this is apparently a coin leaf. Peperomia? This is one of these plants that I knew that I was killing it. I would be very disappointed in myself. I definitely would. I'd be really disappointed. I love this leaf, or this leaf. I love this plant. I genuinely do just sometimes stare at it lovingly. and just admire the beauty of it. This wee one here, I have to say, I love this one. I love the shape of it. I love how it grows, and I love the planter that I have it in. I honestly thought I was this close to killing this plant, completely unintentionally, like, but I resurrected it, literally, and I think it just needed repotted. It just really wasn't thriving, it wasn't doing well, it wasn't enjoying being here. Apparently it's called a corn plant, and there is like the tiniest wee bit of growth like in here at the center because it grows from the center out the way. I love this plant. And you see, whenever I got it, guys, it literally was about up to about here, literally about here, and look how much it's grown. Like, I love that. I love whenever you put so much time and effort and attention and just love into plants, because that's what it is. It's a full-time freaking job nearly, and you get rewarded. You get rewarded by them not dying, and I love it. This is actually one of my oldest plants, by the way, since moving into this house. Whenever we first moved in, we obviously done like the IKEA trip, as everybody does whenever they move into their first house, and I bought this plant, and look, I still have it. Like, that's an accomplishment. I might actually put that into my CV. And I can see that there's growth coming here. How exciting is that? This, I've actually looked it up online, a dumb cane plant. There's obviously like other names that it's known as, but yeah, as you can see, I have a wee bit of brown in here. I just think that it just needs a bit of watering, or just needs a bit of moisture and everything. But this is a plant that just absolutely thrives, to be honest. It does not matter where I put this plant, it just seems to be okay with wherever I put it, to be honest. I have a couple of new growth sprouts coming, like here and here and there and in here. It's just so nice. I love it. This is a recent purchase. I'm literally just going to hold it by this stem, but it's a tree. How cool is that? So I actually have this in my kitchen, like in my dinette area. I've left my favourite plant to last, and this is an absolute ton weight because this is like a full-on ceramic pot that I have it in, and it's absolutely massive. So I'm sure out of any plant that I have shown you, if you're into plants in the slightest, you'll probably be able to recognize what this is and what it's called. But I actually don't know if it is a monstera plant or not, or is it a Swiss cheese plant. I don't know, because like most of the leaves that have actually came out haven't got the slit in them, but yet some of them do. I don't know, it's strange, it's weird, I don't really know what's going on. But one thing I have noticed is I really don't know much about this plant, to be honest, and I wish I did know more because I love this plant. I just don't know much about it, to be honest. I know I could go on and Google things or whatever, but sometimes I'm lazy. But there's like these things sticking out of it. I don't know if whether they should be in soil, not in soil, I don't know. I don't know. And I've noticed as well that it hasn't sprouted a new leaf in a very long time, so I don't know what the crack is with that. I hope you did enjoy this video nonetheless, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Video on the hair coming soon, by the way. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not, I'm not too sure, but I need a change. So a full transformation video coming soon.